look at the people around you. Technology promotes kind of looking through a screen, and I just want us all to acknowledge that we're all human beings here. And we can say hello. Hello, everyone. And with that, I'm going to send some of these people away, and I'm going to introduce you to Law, if you want to come up. Law, you work at Imperial University as a young producer yourself. So I'm part of the young producer program here at Battersea. You've been kind of working on an AI project in collaboration with that university. Do you want to give a bit of an introduction to yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Laura. I'm an artist and a curator. I'm an arts organizer. I co-founded an arts collective for emerging artists by emerging artists, and as Jack has said, I co-run a program also called the Young Producers at Imperial College. And in the context of that program, we look at AI by working with essentially researchers at Imperial and a group of young people and examining why are we so fascinated with this topic essentially, and how does that match with the actual science behind it.
So we're at Battersea Arts Centre. Who here has been to the Battersea Arts Centre before? Audibly? Yeah. Okay, so we all know it's very communal. We like it. Nice. That's good. Because I think we're trying today with this experiment with AI to try and understand how AI kind of fits into community settings rather than being the thing that kind of like top kind of Silicon Valley executives decide what it is for us. So today will be about kind of having conversations around what AI means to us and what we want its values to be. Is that something you've looked at within your research?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's again, what we're really looking at in the program, it's what are our projections of AI and what do we want from it? Because I think it says a lot more about us than it does about the technology often. Sort of what we impose, what we want, what we fear.
Technology is a bit of a black mirror. It's that thing that I think can reflect society quite honestly, but also maybe some darker versions of society with kind of people being false and projecting on platforms like social media. AI is still quite relatively new, and this conversation came about conversations around mobile phones and how we kind of now we can't live without phones to some degree, but AI is something that we can decide now, as it's in its infancy, how we want it to go forward. Because it's kind of just been dumped in society, no one's asked for it really. It used to be something that I used to really dream about. I think it's quite weird that this kind of environment very easily could have just been me playing on my computer, being very silly, just trying to generate art and make strange music. So to be doing this in front of an audience is quite surreal. How do you empower people with technology?
I think it's a difficult one. I think it's by making people comfortable with it and sort of using it in a way that feels familiar as well, and sort of not pretending that we're all going to learn how to code in the next 10 years to cope with AI. So how do we actually use those technologies in a way that makes us comfortable, in a way that brings us closer as people, rather than closer to machines?
A lot of the tools that we're using today to generate music, to generate images, to generate text, are all quite readily available. And they're quite the big hitters. Midjourney for the visual, ChatGPT for the written, and something new called Suno for music generation. How do we stop tech from infecting kind of our lives? How do we take agency within ourselves and go, no, I want to stop, or I want to be away from technology right now? Because it's very elusive and it's very exciting to kind of have this technology at our fingertips. But how do we actually go, no, I'm not going to?
That's really difficult. I don't know. You haven't ever tried that, but
who has tried to go, no social media, not for a week, not for a month, not for a year, never again.
I've gone back on it after that.
Yes. No.
I think the thing is we can't really escape it, but that's an interesting relationship. It's not one that's necessarily negative.
Yeah, no, not being able to escape technology is why we need to embrace it. And in the information age, when knowledge is power, we need to decide not to be ignorant and to understand these tools. So we can, when we do use them ethically and with responsibility. I know that you don't actually like using AI that much. Is that fair to say? Yeah. Why is that?
I don't know. It's because I think there's still something for me in sort of analog art making, like this very basic community building that really excites me in a way that AI still doesn't excite me. I see it as a tool, like Microsoft Word is a tool, so it doesn't excite me that much.
It doesn't excite me. There is an artist making artwork on Microsoft Paint. It's very quite exciting. But again, technology is messy, and we were talking about agency, and I want to invite Julia. If I can just swap you for a little bit. Julia, do you want to come up? How are you today?
Yes.
Good. Julia, you are a graduate from Trinity Laban,
Right.
a dance conservatoire.
Yeah.
We're going to talk dance to do with technology and machine learning.
Yes.
But do you want to also just introduce what you're interested in exploring?
Well, at the moment, I think being a dancer, I mean, it's a very difficult field of being an artist itself nowadays, especially with COVID and everything. But I think what technology came to create is just lessening the power of art in general and a dancer and what we can do with it. Because we feel that maybe there's not so much interest in that art anymore.
In the real broadness of the body moving.
Yes, and there's not much also funding into it.
And as we head into the future, we might be augmenting ourselves as performers, kind of being seen alongside technology.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
Would you like to talk about the Wayne McGregor
Yes.
Google experiments?
Yeah,
Which is
it's
something public?
Yeah. You could just Google it. It's a project that he did in 2019 with Google Art Forms. And funny enough, he's one of now the resident choreographers of the Royal Academy of Dance in Covent Garden, Royal Ballet, sorry. And of course, that is,
Top.
exactly, of dancers. You can't have that without bodies. But he managed to, and I think because he had an interest in what happened before that with Merce Cunningham, American pioneer of modern dance in America, who created the first prototype of software that would create. Yeah, because he got ill and he couldn't dance and demonstrate it more. So then he said, okay, I'm going to have computers were just coming out into the world, and he was like, okay, I'm going to try and have help, through the system. And okay, did that. Then when McGregor took it on a completely exponential level, and this software can create algorithms that, they're amazing,
Should we explain what the algorithm actually looks like? So it is a set of hundreds of thousands of images?
400,000.
400,000
per
pictures of different
second.
dance
Yes.
positions.
So basically he would just...
I'm going to get up. If you continue to
Okay, yeah, go for it. So it would just record a little bit. It would just record, so the footprint of what is the dancer styles and preferences, moving, if someone's on the floor or jumping, or doing a lot of, I'd say linear movements and so on. And then it would just create, 400,000 options for you. So of course, creating for us as dancers in the studio is a very special moment, and sometimes you need a lot of time, to get the movement perfect. And this just does it.
These are all going to be poses.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it does it on the side of the dancer that, you wanted to perform. Yeah.
They're not learning.
And I can make a,
So we've got all these poses. They say what play they're or what dance piece they're from. So the Lotus Tower, 2011.
Yeah, and it would be, autobiography would be the one, and it's still a series movie. I just performed a Saturday as well, a month ago, and it changes every time it's performed because the AI just generates new movements for the dancers. So it's a never-ending project, really.
As we zoom out, it kind of starts looking like a brain. And I think this visual image kind of sums up how, not AI really thinks, but how it works with neural networks. And as we see, this is it fully zoomed out. All these different dance moves. All throughout.
Yeah.
Because then if we press play, we can see what that would look like.
Oh!
That was like being the club. Not sure why.
sometimes AI, of course, doesn't recognize the anatomy of the body. So especially the one of Merskanian, that was the early stage, it would just make you rotate your head 360. Okay, I haven't trained enough for that.
But creatively, we might come up with some new dances that embrace the kind of unnaturalness of dance.
Well, yes, I mean, when McGregor really pushes the body to a limit that is almost unreal and unhuman. Every dancer that I know that worked with him, your body was such a stress that, it's almost...
How do we take agency in our body? We asked a lot earlier how we kind of take back in technology, but how do you find agency in your body?
I think it's important to draw a limit that we use it, and for me, it's important to be an artist, and the soul of it is something that machine really don't have. And the emotions that we can, express through our soul when we dance, for me, the kinesthetic energy with machines is not there. Although, I can use
Do you want
machines.
to pop back up, Rob? And we're going to just ask quickly, is this all a choice? AI, technology, is it a choice or is it that thing that we can't? You said earlier we can't escape it, but do you think it's a choice?
Well, in the way the world is going, I mean, unless you live on a mountain in Tibet, probably you can't avoid it so much, Everything is computerized, your Oyster card, tapping, there's no cash anymore. So you don't even need, people to be on the till, to pay the things. Yeah.
Is this a choice?
I think it's the choice how you use it, or you want from it, especially as artists. I think there's a real choice to be made there.
Who in the audience thinks it's a choice to kind of interact with certain technologies? Is it a choice?
I hope we still have a choice in this world, If not, wow, we're doomed. But yeah.
But it's scary, technology, and especially AI is becoming very aggressive. It's replacing jobs, right? It's taking away. Go on.
No, we never replace the job of dancer. Although it can help, with the creating, and fair enough, but, what a body can do on stage is replaceable, because we're humans after all.
It's really interesting. We are working with one researcher from the field who works in robotics, and people often think about AI as replacing maybe more of that manual labor and that sort of physical labor of the work of movement. Actually, that's the most difficult kind of AI to create. So that is one of the very market.
True.
It's way easier to replace actually journalists and writers than it is dancers or something.
I think that it's...
Which is a very strange thing and really unexpected when you said it.
Yeah, and with art in general, I think everyone was expecting AI to struggle to make art the most, but there's a lot of people that are quite satisfied actually with how AI art is kind of advancing, which is a bit concerning.
I reckon I would catch that.
And it's actually, we need to make sure that it's the people, well, I'd say in power, but it's the people behind the AI systems, behind the algorithms, that are deciding what AI is currently.
And they're still humans.
Yeah,
Right?
and all its faults are just reflected our own, which is why, again, we need to make sure that our stories and our lived experiences are part of AI. And with that, I'm going to invite Bold Melon up to the stage.
Yes, again.
So, if you sit back down, we're going to invite Bold Melon up. Amelia are 2/3 of Bold Melon, right? And you're award-nominated multidisciplinary artists.
That's us.
Championing the voices of intersectional queer voices. So, what we're going to do this evening is for each of these artists, we're going to get prompts from the audience. And they're going to improvise a scene. You've got, what technology do you have? You have a looping station.
And what do we have?
Some stuff. Some stuff. Some stuff. But you're going to improvise a scene. You're going to create an image for us. You're our performers. Who has a prompt for these two performers? Throw it out. I do have a list. I'll go to a list. Yes. Love.
I think we need like location and characters, because love we're already in a relationship and now we're just
Love is not
location, characters and their relationship, yeah.
You're at a bus stop and you're waiting for a bus that doesn't seem to be coming, and the weather's starting to change.
And we are to each other.
You are strangers.
But there's still love.
There's still love.
I'm going to give you 5 minutes.
Give me characters, just quickly. For me and Gwen.
One person that works in the corporate world. One
A
person
what?
corporate world, one's
Okay.
corporate. One's been on a gap year travelling around Thailand.
And in the meantime, whilst you go on, I'm going to start getting AI to generate a script.
Did you say the weather is changing? Or something?
Yeah.
Aloha. Habari. Peace. Aloha. Habari. Peace. Aloha. 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 Where is this bus? Where? Where is this bus? Where is this bus? Oh! Oh! Go to umbrella! Oh! Go to umbrella! You got an 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 umbrella! Business! You got an umbrella!
We might not have a bus.
But we have each other.
Right, whilst that's generating, this is a language learning model, so it's not going to be very good with the sounds. I love the sounds. Everyone else enjoy the sounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have a very conservative looking, very text-based, heavy.
Sophia and Lucas, so gender.
Yeah.
Hi, Lucas.
We're going to talk about the gender and how these sort of things are biased. Are you okay to read up a bit? I scroll up.
Yeah, is that the one for this prompt?
Yes. So this is.
I'm Lucas.
Yeah, go on. This is generate a script where the weather is changing constantly. At a bus stop, there are two strangers who eventually experience love. I will read the stage directions. Serendipity's bus stop. The scene opens at a bustling city bus stop. The sky is overcast, and the wind whips through the air. People huddle under umbrellas and coats, waiting for their buses. Muffled chatter fills the air as strangers stand together, sharing the common anticipation of the rides. Enter Lucas, a reserved man in his late 20s, clutching a worn book to his chest. He glances up at the sky, frowning at the threatening clouds. Nearby is Sophia, an outgoing and cheerful woman in her mid-20s. Her expression shifting from annoyance to amusement.
Typical unpredictable weather. You're Sophia.
Oh, you know this too, huh? Looks like Mother Nature couldn't make up her mind today.
Lucas offering a small smile. They exchange a glance at a moment of shared understanding amidst the chaos of the weather.
Oh, wait, I'm not business anymore. I'm
Lucas.
As they talk, the weather shifts dramatically, and the sun briefly breaks through the clouds, casting a warm glow over the sea. People around them are beginning to shed layers, and revealing smiles hidden beneath scarves and hats. Sophia gestured to the sky.
Oh. Looks like the weather decided to play nice, after all.
Lucas nods, glancing at his book.
It's not alarming. I've said that already, that's boring. It's funny how things change so quickly.
They share a moment of quiet contemplation, a bustling city fading into the background as they focus on each other.
What are you reading?
Lucas shows her the book, a classic novel. The dog-eared pages and annotations in the margins. Their conversation flows effortlessly as they discover their shared interests and passions. The bus stop fading into the background as they love themselves. As they talk, the weather continues to shift. From sunny skies, the sudden bursts of rain mirroring the unpredictability of their newfound connection. As they... finally their bus arrives, interrupting their conversation. They exchange hesitant glances, reluctant to part ways. Smiling, Sophia says.
Same time tomorrow?
Lucas nodding. Lucas returns her smile, a spark of something more than just a chance igniting between them.
Same time tomorrow.
They board their respective buses, stealing one last glance at each other before disappearing into the city. The scene fades to black, leaving the audience with a sense of serendipity and the promise of some beautiful blossoming amidst life's ever-changing landscape.
Seat taken.
Wow, it's going to nick your job, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's straight people. Yeah?
I know.
Yeah.
That's how we met, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Did they like it?
Did you like it?
I like it from
The one before?
well, no, like in between, like kind of the script, like when you come on, so I don't like this line, and that's the funniest part.
Ah.
So we can actually have this as a tool, like, potentially. I don't know, as a writer, the hardest point is just starting. Do you ever feel that way?
I don't write.
You don't write.
I don't write.
You make sounds.
Yeah, I just make sounds.
Annie, you don't write?
I do, but I think I'm never very good at sticking to script, whatever is happening.
And that's very much a script, right?
Yeah.
Like, we have two people talking to each other, there's someone reading stage directions, and that's a play?
Yes.
And I
Is
guess
that it?
this lacks like a responsiveness or like a reflexibility. Flexibility.
Outside of its structure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think AI will promote like new structures and new ways of thinking beyond kind of just strict formats. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to capture exactly all the wonderful sounds we made earlier.
I'd like to see AI try to describe them though.
Those feelings,
The sounds.
the sounds. So we're going to have a play now. Do you want to stick with the scene or do we want a new prompt?
New
We want a new prompt.
New prompt.
Can we get a new prompt from the audience? Something with character, something with a setting, a time,
And a relationship.
and a relationship.
On a spaceship.
Yeah.
I'll just-
Who are we?
Who are they? We're on a spaceship.
Janitors.
And our relationship to each other?
Two very opposing families. Ancient families.
Oh.
But they both get
Giants the spaceship from opposing families.
Just one of our families, who's in charge of the spaceship?
Probably not either.
Neither.
You just happen to be janitors.
Okay. Are you ready, Jack?
Yes. You're just improvising right now, right?
And are you going to feed us prompts?
I'm with it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to generate janitors in space from opposing factions. So you're going to improvise. And I'm going to kind of like deconstruct the script we're looking at.
Should we have two readers from the audience? We can have read us the two characters and we can improvise them. What's that?
Yeah.
Somebody else in the...
Oh, what? So we should have voices.
Yeah, people reading.
Two voices to read.
1, 2.
1, and 2.
That's
Give it up for our guests.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
One on? Is this one on?
Ready? Do you want to help with the...
Make a spaceship sound.
Two janitors aboard a spaceship from opposing factions. You've got Zara. The lady with red hair is going to be Zara, yeah?
No, I'm going to be Kai.
You're going to be Kai. And the curly brown hair. Okay. Star-swept rivalry. The scene opens in the maintenance bay of a vast interstellar spaceship, where the hum of machinery fills the air. Two janitors, Zara, a meticulous and disciplined member of Faction A, and Kai, a laid-back, easygoing representative of Faction B, work side by side, sweeping debris into a hovering trash receptacle.
Make sure you don't miss any corners, Kai. We can't afford any slip-ups.
Zara, it's just cleaning duty. No need to stress about every little speck of dust.
Zara shoots Kai a disapproving glance. Their faction emblem emblazoned proudly on their uniform.
We take our responsibilities seriously in Faction A. It's what keeps this ship running smoothly.
And Faction B believes in efficiency through flexibility. Different strokes for different folks, right?
Zara and Kai work in silence for a moment, tension simmering between them as they sweep their bay. Suddenly a alarm blares, and their ship jolts, sending them stumbling.
What's happening?
Looks like we hit an asteroid field. Shields are holding, but we need to stabilise the ship.
Zara and Kai exchange a glance, realising they must work together to resolve the crisis.
Let's secure the bay and assess the damage.
Kai nods. Setting aside their differences, they spring into action, cooperating to repair the damage caused by the asteroid impact. As they work, they begin to gain respect for each other's abilities, setting aside their preconceived notions of faction loyalty.
You're not bad in a crisis, Zara. Maybe Faction A has its strengths after all.
And I suppose Faction B isn't entirely without merit.
As they work together, their intentional and modesty melts away, replaced by the growing. God, these are some weird words, wasn't it? Rivalry born from their shared efforts to keep their ship safe. With the crisis averted, they share a weary but genuine smile. Extending a hand,
Truth?
Zara hesitates for a moment before accepting Kai's hand, sealing their newfound understanding.
Truce.
Testament to the power of cooperation and understanding in the face of adversity. The scene fades to black, leaving their audience with a message of unity and cooperation, transcending the deepest divides. Did everyone sense that? So again, it's all text-based, right? How can we make it better? What do we want more? Do we want more from this scene? We're going to expand upon this scene. We need to put more human element into it.
We need to put queer characters in this. And Zara and Kai is speaking me out. I'm not Kai.
Yeah, we want them to be queer.
It should be Zara and Zara.
Shall we make the scene a bit more queerer?
Zara and Sarah.
Okay, so we're going to put Zara and Zara.
Zara and Sarah.
Zara, wait.
So again?
One with S, one with Z.
Oh, ass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just make the script queerer, yes?
Yeah, let's ask them.
The cosmic harmony.
Oh, whoa. We asked them queer.
The scene opens in the maintenance bay of a sleek, slender, interstellar spaceship.
Oh!
Zara, a disciplined and focused member of Faction A, and Kai, a laid-back and charming representative of Faction B, work side by side, their eyes melting briefly before returning to their task.
Okay, can we make it less sexual? If it's queer,
Yeah.
then it has to be so sexual, right? Like,
Is it? Yeah. Don't forget to check those corners, Kai.
nah.
Nah.
It's too sexual, make it less sexual.
Can you ask what it means about queer then?
Yeah.
Because we have exactly stage of queer, the word queer.
We're thinking something else.
Yeah.
Can you make it gay but not sexual? Can we ask them that?
I want it gay.
I want it
I
gay,
want it gay.
but not sexual.
But not sexual. The celestial connection.
Oh!
But no.
Are our voices still okay to continue reading?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But you just put but sexual instead of but not sexual. Freudian slip. That's the human element, isn't it? You prefer sexual to not sexual.
Oh God.
Whoops.
No, not sexual.
It's not the one.
We're back to the celestial harmony.
No.
I'll make sure to give it my personal touch.
Can you make a queer but like strong queer character?
Strong.
Not weak, sexy character. Strong queer.
Who wants to Johnny Weaver?
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver and Sigourney Weaver.
Oh!
No romance, just cross up all the boys.
She's
Yes.
fancy, right, you
Just like, bit queer.
Oh, smell of unity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not
It's the same script. Make sure you don't miss any spots, Kai. We need this day spotless.
Get away from her.
Should we try it?
You can try it, yeah. Oh, we're going to do the voices again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we try and make it sound like read as if it's read by Sigourney Weaver, an alien? Just make it really cross.
cross.
She's just really cross all the time. Good counter to it.
Okay.
And you still Kai or Zara?
I don't mind.
Okay, I don't mind saying Kai. Who's Kai? Again.
The scene unfolds in the maintenance bay, sleek, slender spaceship. We're still cleaning up, we're still waiting. Yeah. Go ahead, Zara.
Make sure you don't miss any spots, Kai. We need the space spotless.
Don't worry, Zara. I'll make sure I give it my personal touch.
Zara rolls her eyes playfully. They're half fluttering, eyes flirtatious demeanor.
Always a smooth talker, aren't you?
What the heck is happening?
It looks like we encountered a spatial anomaly. We need to stabilize the ship before things get worse.
Kai and Zara exchange a determined march, realizing they must respect their differences and work together to prevent disaster.
Let's secure the bay and figure out how to ride out this storm.
Zara nods. Their initial resolutions floating away as they join forces with fire to repair the damage caused by the anomaly. As they work, their connection deepens, fueled by their shared determination to keep each other safe.
You're really something, Zara. Maybe Faction A isn't as uptight as you thought.
Maybe Faction B isn't as reckless as I assumed.
No, but it's making it sexual for me.
Their eyes meet, knowledge passing between them. As they continue to run in perfect sync. Their faces into the background.
Looks like we make a pretty good team, Zara.
Yeah, I guess we do.
Hand in hand, they return to their duties, their growing bonds, guiding them through the challenges that lie ahead as the ship sails through the stars, united in friendship and powers. Friendship. The scene fades to black. Friendship. Did that feel queer? Did it
No.
feel- No.
My mom could never watch this.
No? No. Why not? No, okay. I've got the wrong car.
Yeah, I guess.
Human error.
It's pretty biased, it's pretty one-dimensional. What do we need as artists to do to expand this? Although you don't work with scripts, could you imagine taking something like this as a starting point and kind of bringing out the imperfections of technology with a script? Could you work from a script like this and kind of bring out, because you made this fun, right? You made this silly, you made the audience like this. So
I tried it with my students. I work as a teacher as well. We tried this for an English class, and it was a lot tougher to do than. It's. I think the whole point when you make is that it's coming from you. It's coming from this like really weird part of you that you didn't even know existed. So when it's coming from someone else, it's kind of like you're working for someone else. So I'm working with this collaborator called AI, but I don't know him personally. Like the reason Annie and I work together because we can, and there's energy there, but
and the history.
and the history and like yeah.
Yeah, and everything in here is kind of made up of very generic texts, like artificial intelligence, for everyone isn't aware. It's just a big data set of stories that have existed in the majority, or are the majority, and in the past. The idea of love kind of being quite male, praying, or kind of female. What we said about the first script being with a man and a woman in a spaceship, very
Tough and
very straight.
yeah.
Artificial intimacy.
Something like that.
Artificial interest.
I was asked, if we could give AI an actual lived experience, what would we like to, this is a question for both of you, what would we give it? Trauma? I heard it say.
Yeah.
Like like and not in the
You're
like a,
first to go.
No,
Politics over.
what do you mean? Not necessarily. I don't know what makes you, what makes you me. Like it is our experiences, which sometimes can be traumatic. Like, but that's art as well. I don't know. A lot of artists I think make from pain and from joy together. I don't think AI has either.
I wonder if AI has any understanding of the feeling or experience of isolation or disconnection. Because it feels like that is a kind of core in the like polarity pool in what it is to live on the world as a person, as humans. It's that kind of dance between feeling connected and then feeling alone.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about AI really, but I understand it as this kind of hyper connected sprawl. And I wonder if it knows what it is to be alone.
Ask him.
We might. And speaking of kind of that kind of feeling alone, do we think AI and this technology will actually promote people being more in connection with each other? That goes out to the audience. Do people actually want to feel, actually, like, no, I really want to go and find some real connection. We're not going to go and let something like this kind of decide our relationships going forward? Do we think this technology will promote greater human interaction with each other? Yes? No?
In a way, it feels a little bit like the context it's used in. Because if it were for a lesson or something like, I don't know, in English or such, then it could create a discussion between people in the class, I guess. But that kind of writing from this script for you guys is, okay, that would what we won't want to do, and that actually kind of solidifies what it could be for you guys. Me as an artist as well, I take it more almost like if I'm in a rot, have a blank canvas and I don't know what to do, it could kind of render, okay, that's what I don't want to do, or this is fun, or this is ridiculous, but not like as, ooh, this is the thing. So I think really the contexts.
There were some of us talking today, and in a week, the human being today experiences kind of more information than a human being did their whole life more than 50 years ago. And I think there's so much information coming at us all the time that we can be a bit numb sometimes to kind of experiences in life and events. It's very hard to kind of really place ourselves and give ourselves a moment of agency to be present. And it's my belief that I think hopefully AI will actually promote people to actually find new ways of expressing themselves more broadly, more emotionally, and kind of return and kind of give ourselves time and others a way of kind of communicating as we did maybe before. Does that make sense? Well, there'll be just new ways of speaking to each other, because this will become the norm and people will adopt this, or corporations will start using this as a way of kind of creating gift cards, Valentine's Day messages, and it'll be very ingenuine. And so we'll really have to kind of express in ways that kind of go beyond just words, like what you captured first with your weather. Powerful tools. If you put rubbish in, you get rubbish out. Let's just make sure we don't get any more rubbish. With that, Jeffrey looks like he's ready to set up.
I keep, like, whenever this question comes up, like, oh, do you want pain against an AI? I was like, it's going to be very fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I doing all right?
No, right, please. Keep going.
Yes, you are a visual artist, but also a designer. I actually, when I was trying to find a visual artist, someone to paint against AI's kind of image generation, it was really hard. I had a lot of people going, fuck no. People were very intimidated and thought they were just going to lose straight off the bat. We started off strong. I think the humans definitely won the first round. Yes?
Yes.
Jeffrey, you've got your work cut out. Can we get a prompt for Jeffrey to paint? Yes?
How about 3 friends standing at the foot of a mountain, looking up at the hill they're about to climb.
At the what?
Like at the height they're about to climb.
Oh, the peak.
You're looking at the peak, sorry.
Who's heard of Mid-Journey? If you set a 5-minute timer. Mid-Journey? Anyone? A few people. This is going to be the tool we use. It's running off Discord at the moment. So imagine 3 friends at the foot of a mountain, yes?
Yeah.
Looking up at the peak. Okay. It's going to be pretty quick, so this model is kind of, it's a lot of you're right.
Yeah, I'm listening.
It's a massive data set. It's a lot like kind of the one we just saw, ChatGPT. It's hundreds of thousands of images, and the way it works is they've all been kind of artificially labelled, and they don't understand, or rather the AI doesn't understand what it's actually looking at and what it's making. That's kind of, we're going to have a conversation about kind of context and designing. I think we've got our image already.
Yep.
Are you done?
Can I-
3?
Am I
Are you
supposed to copy it or?
No. You painted 3 friends looking up at the mountain peak, yes?
Right. It's basically what I
You're not done.
But yeah.
No. You haven't started. It's peak. I've got 4 paintings. The person that gave us this prompt, does that look like your three friends looking at a mountain peak?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That was what I had in mind.
That's what you had in mind? I'm just going to look, Jeffrey, at what you have got so far.
4 paints. So we
I'm not seeing a mountain.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Wait. So I didn't realize I was starting already. So. Okay. That's not a mountain, but. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Are you copying the AI or you're coming up?
No. Well,
this is
I
your
drafted it.
imagination.
Yeah, I drafted that.
Okay.
I didn't realize it was started already.
That's
so,
okay.
Yeah. A bit of a.
Have you been up a mountain?
Yeah, I did.
You know what it looked like already?
Yeah. I do. Yeah.
I'm worried there's a whole generation out there being born right now that aren't going to get to know what mountains are.
I would say, like, before a few years ago, I mean, I was born and raised in the city, so I was not aware of how mountains should feel. In a way, like, I've seen it in movies and whatnot, but yeah.
You've seen movies, eventually these movies will be generated by AI.
Eventually, yeah. But yeah.
Have you been up a mountain?
Yep.
Okay. And how does it feel to be up a mountain?
Not like do this.
Not like this. Can you not capture that experience in your painting?
I guess in a way.
Oh. Just we talked with Bob Mellon about kind of the experiences of being human and putting that into artwork.
I think ultimately a visual medium is not about like giving you the experience of what the visual kind of experience is giving you, right? It's not going to be like, hey, I painted this picture of like being up in the mountain, like that famous painting of. I should know this all the time.
Is it the one that the man where he's looking out?
Yeah, that. It's like
he's doing this.
Yeah, but the thing about that painting is like most of it is like it's like a blank kind of space in that painting, and then you basically kind of fill in the blanks with your own mind about like what is going to happen, what's really happening like outside, what he's looking out to, and then him being like having his back towards the audience, yeah, it really helps like kind of solidify like you try to imagine what he's feeling about like what is he actually looking, what is he contemplating about, and then having that is actually much more powerful than like describing exactly what like three phrases, yeah, looking up, and I mean you see the scale of it, you see the kind of compositions of it, and that's kind of what visual AI do the best. Is that it's really good at kind of like looking at what we already made as humanity. But I think ultimately the most important elements of it is how we fill in our blanks, like how we fill in our experience within that context of human experience.
So you think these are quite hollow?
I would say yeah.
Yeah.
Even though it's good, like if I see someone, yeah, it's a painting.
So if someone else did these, it would be okay.
No.
No.
I mean, yeah, it depends. Like, what is the context of it? Is it like some upstairs kind of gallery and someone's like looking, someone's like selling the paintings for like £300? It's like what's the point of it though, right?
It's just three friends looking at a mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
does anyone else like these? Would anyone hang these up?
No. I mean, you would hang it like if you're rental, if you're doing rental, and then you would see like you know how that would like they would buy like a bunch of paintings from like Battersea.
Someone's going to have the AI car.
Yeah, that would be baby things. Like, yeah. But I feel like I don't know if that's what it's good for. Like it's very good at like making kind of like something out of stock photos, which is great. Like both stock photos are some of my favorite things to collage with, like in digital form. But again, like this is about like kind of how much human experience you add to that.
So you could actually take one of these as a basis and collage on top of it. Perhaps.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Should we give that a go or something?
Sure.
We're going to stop you with, we're going to stop you with this painting.
Yeah.
Do you want to hold it up?
Do you want to? Oh, do you want to use the phone to do the? Maybe I don't trouble. But yeah.
Three friends looking up at a mountain. It's terrifying. I wouldn't want to climb that mountain. I've been outside of hypnosis foreboding. The light at the top. I'm seeing God. But let's have let's come over to my computer and have a look at a play with this. Yes. Can we get another prompt from the audience?
Yeah.
So let's think really complex. Let's pick 3 things. Yeah.
Yeah. 3 different things. It can be like 3 subject, it can be 3 location, it can be 3 like 3 anything really. Like doesn't have to be location, people.
Just shout them out.
Could I ask, can we maybe try first the painting and then the AI, because we know the AI will go.
Or don't you have to?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like not.
Yeah. Did you stop? Or you sort of?
And then, not really. Like that's what I
Like you
yeah,
can
right.
put in the prompt, but not the enter yet, so
Yeah.
that you can start
Yeah.
pressing yes.
Enter the prompt and then hide it, and then we
I'm
keep
going to
checking.
write this down then, and you
Sure,
get
yeah, do that.
Paint as well. Yes. So three things. 3 just any single ones.
Okay, there's a puddle, and inside the puddle is a mango, and eating the mango is a very happy ladybug with a daffodil in its hair.
Wait. So there's a puddle. I'm not just sorry. I've got a puddle, and inside the puddle is a mango.
Yeah, there's a puddle, there's a mango, the ladybug is eating the mango, and the ladybug has a daffodil in its hair.
As a what?
A daffodil in its hair. Or head.
I'll pour off this
That's one prompt. Give me 2 more things like that. Makes it
No, I think that'll be
that's fun.
I'm not going to hit any sound.
Yeah, and then how you do, and then we can chat.
I think I've got to work backwards. So it's going to be.
Is there also a style you can throw in?
We're going to
I mean, I'm just going to do my
Yeah.
yeah. Whatever this is.
Flower on the head of the ladybird. Eating a mango
Yes.
inside a puddle. And the main concern about kind of AI art, Jeffrey, is the kind of stealing that's taking place and the kind of
Yeah.
taking artists that actually aren't dead and kind of getting just work that's kind of imitating them. And it's not them, but it's kind of doing enough in passing.
Yeah.
Do we think that's a relevant concern to have?
I think it's relevant. So there's this thing about I think so when I met Jack, I was doing a peer program at Apollo Theatre, and I was presenting a presentation about copyright in AI art and how there's this whole debate about AI is stealing art, AI is going to be taking all these like millions and millions of artworks that are made by people and then learn from it, learn the relationships within it, and basically making a sort of this soup of data, if you will. And the problem with that is what if these artists that kind of like try to sue these AI platforms like Midjourney, if they won the lawsuit, it will not change anything, because there are platforms like Adobe Firefly, and I forgot what's the other one called, but Adobe also making something generator, and they train on publicly available resources like public domain, like their own kind of like
An archive, I think.
their own archive.
I
Yeah.
think that's the exciting part about the visual elements, is that there is a whole history of art that is largely now quite conservative, very in history, and we can actually retake that and take it back, and we can kind of, like we did a bit with Bob Allen in the text, we can kind of queer the history that's come before, and we can kind of, yeah. I do also want to talk about visualizing, and I think we saw how quick this quickly spat out 4 different images that were kind of looked similar. But with that, we could actually use this tool to kind of create mood boards. But I believe that with visualizing comes immersion, and with immersion comes change. Who here is an artist? Again, audibly, it's a bit tough. Who here would like to be an artist? That isn't an artist, like a visual artist. Who would like to be able to paint?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to paint. I'm kind of too busy kind of painting my face red and then kind of pressing onto paper and calling that a portrait. It can't. But I think there is a skill in learning how to communicate to this particular AI and kind of tailor what you're getting out of it. And I do think to those people that have kind of just walked a little bit about wanting to kind of feel like they can paint, or even a bit before with the kind of the ChatGPT, the people that want to go to write, it does offer a starting point. Do you agree, Jeffrey?
Yeah. I think I kind of lost track, like sidetracked it when I talked about the copyright thing, but I think that ultimately, like the point of it, having a tool like this available is that it really allows a lot of people that doesn't have the kind of necessary like skill set or imagination to kind of like bridge into that gap of like, oh, I want to see something happen, I can't picture it in my head, like how do I do that? I think that's really something quite useful. I realize I can't double task, yeah.
He said it earlier.
Yeah. I tried smartphone. Yeah.
I'm not double tasking.
You get the machine to double tap.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it probably would love to spit out just 5 in front of you.
Yeah. There we go. It's something.
I'm going to hit enter. Hold it up for a second.
Yeah.
That's super.
Thank you.
I'll leave you my phone Jeffrey, so we can compare them side by side.
I think kind of on that topic of copyright materials and whatnot like that, I think what people don't realize is fundamentally a flawed system. Copyright is something that was created when the printing press was invented, and the church wants to own the rights of printing translation, and that is how it started. And then Disney, of all people, of course, they push the limits of like, if a work originally can last for like 20 years after its production or after the author died.
Sorry, that's not there.
But Disney kind of pushes that. Disney kind of pushes that. This pushes that to 100 years, and then this is a thing that was invented always to allow people to allow monopolies to own a thing. It's not something that was invented to allow people, individual people, to have a to own a thing for themselves, and it twisted the way that we think about ownership and how creativity is valued. And because we also like live in a capitalist society, and how we often make things to make money, and then same as like a lot of people think about artworks as the same thing that you produce a thing that you have to make money off it, otherwise you're not successful artist. That's bullshit. But I think having a system like that allows you to see, interesting things. Do you want to do this?
It wasn't working. I don't trust technology anymore.
Yeah. we made a not trust strategy anymore. Yeah. But yeah, I think ultimately we need to think about this thing like outside of like copyright, about ownership, about value, because this is something that I think really expose the flaw in the system that propels that makes us kind of like value our work.
But more than copyright, what are also the implications of kind of again these visual implications? Like in the news lately, unfortunately, Taylor Swift was linked into kind of pornographic, kind of taking her likeness and kind of done a lot of harm. And this again, we need to kind of speak and recognise the harms that AI can do.
Yeah, because this system, like you can ask the system to train on certain subjects. Like you feed in enough materials into that system and mark it. Oh, this is a person called Taylor Swift, and then the machine recognizes features of it, and then try to recreate it, and then that goes to the use of it. It becomes basically everyone can train everything, and that goes to everything that is bad under the sun.
Again, it's reflecting that there's like
it's a reflection of human flaws, and it's something that we have to be very careful of. But yeah, people calling or stopping using AI, it's not going to help this thing, because like this thing is out in the world, and we need to think about this is something that we have to tackle like from about education, about like boundaries, understanding how human behave, like how between human we should behave and respect each other. That it's a long shot, but we can try that.
Yes, it's very hard to kind of decide how a thing's censored. Like the ChatGPT model is very heavily censored, and actually Midjourney is as well. And it selected it because to kind of just mitigate kind of what happens
in case there's some books.
But you can't have total freedom, or you can, but you also can't have censorship.
I think we should try for like not. It's this weird thing about censorship, and also like, but should we also try for being better human, rather than okay, we need better machines so that we can keep being terrible human, like that's kind of thing to right. So yeah. I'll leave it with
the person that wanted to see this image feel like that's what they saw in their mind.
Yeah, but Jeffrey's is so much cuter, and also like the mango's way out of proportion.
So maybe zero maybe.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeffrey. So, our next guest. Oh, just quickly. The AI or the artist?
The artist.
This is our musician Joe. Very talented. He's going to be playing the theremin for us. Who here's heard of theremin before? Wow, that is exciting. Who likes the theremin and is excited to hear it again? Awesome. Now, when I first convinced Joe to do this kind of event, I did say I would let him kind of prepare. We got a prompt. The prompt is, Joe, do you know what the prompt is?
A funeral march for the King of Atlantis.
A funeral march for the King of Atlantis. We will be getting you to generate something totally improvisational.
Yeah.
You've had a week for this, right?
Yeah, I haven't given a week to it. I've had a week for it.
For example, you've been working on it before?
Yeah.
Yeah? Early today?
Yeah.
So we're going to hear that first. And whilst you're doing that, I'm going to set up Suno AI, which is a music-based AI algorithm. What I should have said for the audience before was what sort of music do we picture for the funeral march of the King of Atlantis? What sort of music is that? Is it classical? Is it pop? Is it groovy? What kind of music is it? Just throughout genres, what do you feel?
It's Toxic by Britney Spears.
It's
So.
What else is it?
Something by Donovan.
Something by Donovan, so something a bit folky.
Yeah. Okay, folky going on mystic, you know?
Mystic, okay. So we're going to use those as our key words. Are we going to have words? Do we want lyrics to this song?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Can we do one with and one without?
Yeah, we'll do one without after. Yeah, Joe, you didn't sing for us?
I didn't sing.
No. Here are our words. We're gonna sing along. So we said 60s folk, right? 60s dark. What did you say? Hint of folk.
No, it's like
Lost king in the deep unknown.
Rulership. Rulership.
Oh,
By the ocean's throne. A legend drowned, left to the sea, in the depths of Solomon.
So we just go back, I'll put those words into this. Oh, that's great.
Mystical, did we say?
And Brittany.
And Brittany. I don't think it's know what toxic means. No, we can't. We're not stealing. I'm sure she's off it off. How did you feel performing, Joe?
It was great, it was good fun, yeah. It was different actually to how I because I had a little plan in my head, it was mostly improv. But I was like, no, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do different a little bit.
The third is pretty spacey and felt quite like the stuff for you.
Yeah, that kind of energy, because, I mean, you think of funeral march, you think of, pomp and circumstance, you think of, Elgar, maybe, things like that. And I was like, well, if they're underwater, we're not going to be able to play brass instruments, are we? So how would it sound? It would probably sound a bit really off to our human ears that are used to listening to air, so that was my...
Shall we give this a listen?
Yes, please.
Lost king in the deep unknown, rule the ship queen by the ocean's throne. The legend drowned, left to the sea. In the depths of sorrow, we set you free. The king.
Does anyone else want to applaud that? Come on, Joe.
My rotten brain just be like, oh, it sounds nice.
It's very easy listening.
Yeah.
It's going to be on the radio one day.
Yeah.
Did we like it?
No.
AI tap now.
Yeah.
This is really good at generating
mainstream American stuff, isn't it? It's just like with the scripts in the first thing. It's learned from American films and TV. And this is learned from American mainstream.
Yeah.
We could be living in an American world.
Yes, what?
In a material world. Right. Right. Now you knew that one. You said you improvised, but we're going to be totally.
I'm excited.
We need something new now. A new. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say we could have changed the vocalist to like T-Pain or something.
Oh my god. Lady Gaga. Yeah.
What? Oh, so same words but different style.
No, but like the voice. You know how you can change the singer.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't a good singer.
So would you like to remix this?
I would want to choose the vocalist to T-Pain.
Okay. So specifically T-Pain. I don't know if we can get T-Pain in for us. AI T-Pain. We can try and give it a. Yeah, not T-Pain, but like, yeah. Why? Oh, we can't do it on this, unfortunately. Again, it's censored. It's kind of a way of kind of stopping you from stealing.
I think if you put in T-Pain, it would just replace it, like replace the artist with kind of the genre they're in.
I don't think it will. But I can try.
You can try it.
Yeah.
With simple, like,
With what?
that's like a like this is a custom.
No, keep it
I'll keep it.
Oh. Cool.
T-Pain, just T-Pain.
Just T-Pain.
Yeah, T-Pain. T-Pain.
Space.
I can't claim to write T-Pain.
Is that?
What?
Is that what
Yeah. Yes.
you? Okay.
We just crashed it.
T-Pain's outside the door right now.
Oh.
But what genre is T-Pain?
Put in auto trap, no? Trap or rap.
Trap.
Oh, okay.
Put in auto tune as the prompt.
Yeah, we rap.
Trap. Rap.
And also style as well.
If you want to use rap, like you kind of have to do without it.
Now we're going to see what works. Okay. Joe, can you rap?
Absolutely fucking not.
Oh,
Do you think I look at rap? Although actually I was learning about rap.
It's getting interesting.
What are you? I can't read sounds Last kid, lost in the deep below. It's very compelling to not do that.
It's just using this one.
Your kingdom remembered in eternal praise in the currents. We mourn your fall. A king of Atlantis, we underneath the ice tide. We'll gather here to mourn the depths of sorrow. Our tears will surely fall. King of the abyss, your spirit will endure. In the kingdom of the ocean, may you find solace pure. Your spirit will endure. May you find solace
Sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. I have no idea how feminine T-Pain sounds. Yeah, that's right. Or maybe not.
Are we jumping this again?
Maybe let's try a new thing.
Yeah, a new thing, a new prompt. Because Joe knows thing at the moment.
So what instruments do you think you'd like to hear
With a therapist.
Like
Violin.
cello.
Violin.
Violin.
It is specifically tailored for string instruments, or can you emulate like other things as well?
Like,
Like an idea, like
Yeah,
piano or
yeah, anything. I mean, it can make T-Pain
Yeah.
Oh, so
So you said cello, piano.
Cello, violin, piano. Four. That's really right. Fourth one. Maybe something that's like.
What's it called?
Organ.
Organ. I like organ. Organ.
Yeah.
Drama.
Vibraphone.
You say vibraphone?
Yes.
Okay. This is interesting.
Timpani.
Oh my god, this is four.
T-I-M-P-A-N. Oh. Like that.
No, Annie, A-N-I.
AI is really my big spell. Okay, it's going to be instrumental.
Yes. Do I play this?
You're going to play with this. We're going to take a moment, we're all going to be present and listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. To all master stuff, should we all close our eyes?
Yes.
And then we'll ask questions.
I love to jam with this. I love those.
Nobody's seen it with this.
Oh.
Are you ready? That was very nice. Because I think the harmony between the two works, like the kind of wobble of the theremin. There are a lot of tools out there, kind of made by big companies like Google, and we're going to play one of them now. That, I mean, I asked who would like to be able to paint, who would like to be able to play an instrument that can't? Yeah. Yeah? I mean, music for me is the thing that I really want to be able to feel like I can say, yeah, I'm good at music. And it's why this tool in particular is the one that's most alluring and enticing. But if we go over to the Google instruments, we can play with some other instruments that maybe we don't have present with us this evening. What would someone be able to like to play that they can't play? Or Joe, what can't you play?
Many things.
Yeah.
I can't play piano, I can't play violin, I can't play harp.
We think harp.
Yeah, sure, harp.
What sort of harp would we like?
Melancholic.
A melancholic.
Oh.
So this whole Joe, would you like to sit down?
Can I actually propose something else? Can we get someone from the audience to play? Is that...
Play this, I
Is
guess.
that something...
Would someone like to come up? Someone?
Because this is just an instrument. Can we get anyone to just like...
This
play
is
around with
just
it?
being silly.
You don't have to.
But I know how to play it though.
That's fine.
No, it's just pressing buttons.
It's just pressing buttons. Yeah. What's your name?
Chica.
We've got our melancholic harp, which is basically one of the notes at the top, and then we'll respond to it. Joe, do you want to cover it?
Yes, please. Yes, please, please. Oh my god, I really can't.
Have you ever played a harp before?
No.
Couldn't tell. How did it feel to have that tool?
Yeah, it was nice. I kind of pictured to playing the piano. So I could play like one song on the piano. So I just pretended I was playing that. And I was trying to listen to Joe's instrument at the same time, which is really nice. But I feel like, I don't know if you felt, but I felt like a connection.
Like a muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So let's see.
like that. I was which I feel like you don't really get in AI. Yeah.
But because this program is run with kind of Google's own kind of archive of materials here, and there will be further reading of like instruments and things, so you could read about the different harps here. But the machines and the technology is actually allowing you to kind of create something together, which would otherwise kind of potentially gatekeep you from kind of participating in something like that. You could easily set up 2 laptops and you could both be instruments. Would we like to have? Yeah, let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
And then we'll invite everyone up. We're gonna open it up to. We're gonna bring seats. Yeah.
I want to sit next to
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Can everyone see it?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
AI versus the artist was kind of my way of phrasing it to try and get bums in the seats. AI versus the artist. It was a bit like a fight. But I really do believe in the collaboration between kind of technology and human beings. just didn't feel like AI with the artist would have been as interesting. Go on, Max. I really do want to promote collaboration, and we actually have a little bit of time. So after this, once we've got questions out of the way, I'm actually propose that all of us humans try to collaborate. I know we've got a canvas left. You'd like to get up, I can tell. Both of you do. Joe, you're always up for another, so I'm like, I do believe that we can inspire change with this technology. Who this evening would actually like to go away, even if it's just this Google experiment, would like to have just a silly little play? Yeah? Nice. Kind of the narrative we're told in society about technology is that it's just an extension of us, and it just can't be us completely. Our phones, I might have touched on this earlier, but our phones we can't go anywhere without these days. Has everyone got a phone? Yeah. He's got a phone for sure. He held it out. Wow, was that the new guy? No, I'm joking. But I don't want this technology to kind of get away from us, and I want us to keep being silly and playing and querying it, and always questioning why it's being made and what we're doing for ourselves. And I think ultimately that's what I want art to return to as well.
You see robots don't get goosebumps.
Sorry, you see robots and get goosebumps?
No, I get goosebumps when you say this thing.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Robots don't get that.
You know, AI is very scary. If we talk to my mum, she's not the oldest, but she's 54, and she's petrified of AI and doesn't know what to make of it. And I'm just trying to show her that there's lots of tools out there that are just fun. They're like cats, you know, they're like apex predators, and will probably one day be like installed to kill us all. No, I'm joking. But they're also just little silly little guys, just like cats. AI, the apex predators that we've invited into our own home. But yeah. Happy notes. I just want to thank the Battersea Arts Centre for accepting me on today Young Producers Programme, and thanking all my participants who have just vibed with me during this kind of weird evening. And I just want to open up the panel, open up the chance for any audience members to throw questions at anyone that's kind of come up here tonight. Yeah, just a general round of applause for everyone in the audience behind the scenes. Zara and Kai. Zara and Kai. Yeah. Does anyone have any questions? What is a computer?
Very long time ago.
If there's no question, I might just send everyone up stage to.
There was a hand.
Oh, there was a hand. Oh.
Another one.
Sorry.
There are hands. It's my fault.
The question's actually for you, Jack.
Oh, no.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
And maybe actually Jeffrey as well. Okay. What do you think the role of slow release pleasure and knowledge access with regards to AI's immediacy as like a technological species is? Do you want me to say that again?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think the role of slow release pleasure and knowledge access with regards to AI's immediacy as a technological species is?
What its role is in slow
release
pleasure.
Pleasure.
That's what I put my band, slow release pleasure.
I think as a society we are. I don't know if that this is like tackling exactly what you're asking, so I'll try. But I think as a society we again I keep saying this, but this is like we grew up in a capitalist society. We are hell bent on efficiency. We do everything to save time. We do everything to be like as quick as possible. We do everything to be perfect. We do everything. We need to like put the most value into the least time possible. All these things are biting back on us, and these are tools that really expose like what do we need as a society, and what do we owe ourselves. Like do we finally have time to do something more meaningful, or do we just save time to watch more Netflix? Like what do we do with this? I don't know if that's like addressing that, but yeah.
I want to shout out Pedro, my technician from this evening, who said that AI should be doing the laundry and the washing, and leaving the pleasure and the art making to us. Because if we can get AI to do those things and kind of like lessen the workload, we can take the time to create, and that's creating by learning how to paint analogically, or by actually investigating these systems. So I think AI plays a role within that kind of slowing down. Yeah.
Make bad art, please. Like
yeah.
Go do the
Make bad Make bad art. Yeah. Make bad AI art. And then turn it into something good.
Oh yeah, maybe that. Yeah.
Collage it into something beautiful.
Yeah.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have a question? Over here.
I just sort of, it's not a question, it's just a comment.
Yes.
I thought of it before you asked that question, but it relates with, I was thinking, you were saying, oh, you can use these things because they're fun to play with if you haven't developed those skills, but part of what was enjoyable for me about watching all the performances was not just the thing that we got out of it, like the end product, like the picture or the piece of music, but it was like watching you do it and thinking about the time that you've practiced and sort of thinking, oh, this person spent their time in a different way to how I have, and this is the result of that. So that's part of the joy of watching people do it, and it's part of that, like the work that you go into it is part of it, even if the end product is bad art or regardless of the end.
We've been talking a lot about end products and like the world today and how everything, we'll take that off you in a minute, and how everything is driven by results, but how business and outcomes are making money. But we were talking about the potential, especially with like Joe and kind of within wider conversation about music, how if you had, well I'm sure you've got lots more fans this evening, you could do a project where you're playing the theremin, but you could get everyone in the audience to give you 5 seconds of their own experiment, and then you could kind of incorporate everyone into making something with you. Because I think that's where the future of making art is. It's showing your process and inviting others to partake in that. And I think that's a tool of technology.
Yeah, I think that's definitely what I'm going to agree with that. Oh, I don't know.
You don't like that? I don't.
Because it's the whole process of the AI, creating those movements according to dancers that itself is part of the performance, but it's not because it's not there. So it's the process that makes it, more valuable. And this is all in contemporary dance, really more than ballet. Is the process of getting there that is, well, for us, sorry, audience, more important because the end product, it becomes performance, but so much, it's just the before that, for us is much more valuable.
Yeah. I think so with you, Jack, and as you said, I kind of did a presentation about AI in my paper program, and I talked about how AI fundamentally, if you look at how they learn, I don't want to go too technical on this, but if you understand, if you look at how kind of large language model like GPT or stable diffusion, like all these kind of model, how they learn about kind of what to create is by learning kind of relationships between kind of keywords and then how we label things basically, and then essentially these AI, we call it, understand the relationships between labels, but doesn't understand context of how we live through it, and that kind of goes into what you said about you can feed in millions of dance moves, but it doesn't understand how human body move between these dance moves, and this is why you have all those results that are just weird or turn your head 360, because it's about the process of making from one step to the other that what makes us human. I think is not what we made at the end of it. So
steps, it's step 8.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
I think what's interesting about that as well is that the notion of data is important in that. So I just said taking things out of context, and that is data. But people refer a lot to AI as the collective unconscious in a way, which is sort of like all of the things we've produced since the sort of birth of the internet, and has sort of gone into as data into what AI is. And so this weird sort of thing that we've ignored for so long, and sort of AI sometimes comes up with that, and like says something, and you're like, oh no, is this us? But it's a form of us. It's a form of very selective group as well. It doesn't reflect, the cultural consciousness.
Yes, and maybe the question then is, sorry, but who writes it? Who's behind it? As you were talking about, capitalism, but study culture, who writes history and all of that, who is the dominant culture that represents us, but we are not them. It's usually the white male, upper class.
And to kind of take back from that singular white man in charge, we're going to have a big collaboration. Everyone on stage, even if you're a speaker, I'm sure everyone can dance. Everyone can dance. I'm going to invite the audience to get up as well. Continue that kind of looking at each other. Just vibe, be yourself, be silly. We're going to need a prompt. One more prompt. What would we like to do? We're going to, Jeffrey, he's all back on the stage. We're going to do a painting as well. Are you up for performing again?
Yeah, would anyone like to live loop?
Oh, what, like be the weather and things? Yeah. Just come up. Just bear in mind that we are recording, and if anyone is concerned about being on camera, talk to me. But yeah, just come up. If someone wants to have a go on the laptop as well, and play a different instrument, we're just going to vibe, which will be very silly. It's going to be messy. My co-starter today said it's going to be messy. But yeah, if no one gives me a prompt, I'm going to just say cats. Cats and dogs. Okay, Jeffrey, the prompt is cats and dogs. Old Melon, cats and dogs. There's a guy on stage. What's your name? Manuel, cats and dogs. Julia, cats and dogs. Law, cats and dogs. I want lots of meowing and woofing from the audience. Can I get this to you? Oh.
Yes. So you have to do just say something and then.
Oh my god.
Meow.
What genre is this, Joe? What genre? Let's go for music theatre.
Did you want to come back and play someone else? Someone else to play? Someone else want to play the laptop instrument?
Yeah!
What do you want to play?
Yes.
What? Yeah, we're ready. We start. Laura, Juliet, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, tell me what you're doing.
Wolf. Wolf. Meow.
Just 2 years. It's fun, whatever.
Oh my god, perfection.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Okay.
Just not guys.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for my connections. Thank you for the Battersea staff that supported this very strange project. Thank you for my young producers that interrogated what this project was, because it could have been a lot weirder. And thank you everyone for taking part. That's it.